Hey guys, it is Ben, aka the Fuse Box, coming to you with another Fuse Box Engaged. It appears at the moment I might be speaking to the ether. Um, oh, what is going on, Indie Wrestling Aces? Thank you so much for checking in with us. So, let's see. I have dedicated this here episode of Fusebox Engaged to be sort of an open forum for anybody who would like to share their projects, anything they're working on, anything you want the public to see. By all means, you're welcome. I've sent out the link all over effing Twitter. I'm surprised more people haven't blocked me by now, but I'm fine with that. What is going on, Fade? God bless you. We miss you. So yeah, we are about 2 months away from the launch of Outlaw Nights: Genesis of a Renegade Part 2. Oh, what's going on, Woke Breaker?
How's it going?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Pretty good.
I'm
What's
digging
going on
the
with you?
I'm digging the polar bear with the unicorn horn and the planet.
Article. His name is Article. The scientist.
The audio is a little bit low.
Oh,
What's going on, Birdcage?
What's going on? What's going
No.
on, Woke Breaker?
hey, how's it going? Yeah.
Yeah, this show is pretty much right now. We're an open forum for anybody that wants to share their projects, whatever they got going. Uh, but I'm not sure if too many people are gonna be joining. I'm a little
Oh,
loose.
I'm gonna go share it. I'm gonna go. Hey, Bird, hey, I'm gonna go share it. Well, I guess. Do you want? What did he just do?
I
Bird,
don't know.
Birdcage he's a boomer. That's who he is. Uh, let's see. You want?
But yeah,
Do you want me
as
to?
we. Oh, what's up?
Oh, I was gonna say, do you want me to share the YouTube link or the StreamYard invite?
Oh, I mean, you're welcome to stay. I mean, I can't hear you super well, so I don't know if there's an
Oh,
audio issue.
is there something? Can you hear me or no?
I can hear you a little better.
All right, hold on. Give me 1 sec. Is that any better?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm using a second camera, and it was on the floor.
Oh, Lordy.
That's what it was. Um, I'll share
But
it.
yeah, I mean, I'm just figuring while we're waiting for folks, to zip on by, although they might not. I don't know. Um, I was just gonna announce that we are about 2 months away from the launch of Outlaw Nights: Genesis of a Renegade Part 2. As of right now, the email list has about 110 folks signed up. So I'm happy about that, but I'd like to keep it. I'd like it to get bigger. I want Outlaw Nights to spread across the land.
Yeah, I'm trying to Well, we were getting ready. Me and Berkeley were getting ready to just do a random like nerd chat thing. I saw your thing. I'm like, hey, he's on. Let's go over there. So let's see.
Yeah, I don't know, he just popped on out.
Oh, that's birdcage for you. Let me see. I'm gonna try to get him back here real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pop out for a second.
Okay. Thank you so much, Fade. We've been missing you around here, but I understand everybody's got stuff going on. This has been kind of a slow month, stream-wise. So, let me see. There was something I wanted to share. So, today, I was checking out. I finally got a chance to check out Dragon Ball Super Superhero. It was pretty. It was a pretty good movie, I must say. I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying the. Well, let me see. I don't know if I can play the video. I don't know how YouTube is about all that. And it sucks because, like, I really wish I could just, like, there was a way I could just play more music and stuff. But, yeah, I checked out Dragon Ball Super Superhero. I enjoyed it. Some of the characters were acting a little uncharacteristic, I might say, particularly Piccolo. Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah. It's one of those months. But you know, I'm pretty I enjoyed this movie for the most part. I felt like, yeah, like Piccolo was acting very different from what I'm used to. I really enjoyed the Dragon Ball the Dragon Ball callbacks. The fact that one of the androids called him King Piccolo, I thought that was fun. And I enjoyed seeing Gohan kind of finally start coming back to his original self. But I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm starting to get to the point where I wish that Dragon Ball would stop. And I hate saying that because I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball, but there's a little too much going on in this stuff. Like too many new transformations, too much overcomplication, and a little too much room for discrepancy in the world building. They're gonna have to slack off, or at the very least, they're gonna have to do something where, like, I would say, they're gonna really need to get to the point when Oob shows up. What is up?
Hello, how's it going?
Going well, can't complain too much.
But yeah, I have to agree with you, at least on some of the points on that movie. Piccolo was acting a little bit different than usual.
Yeah. Like, some of it was kind of fun. Like, it was kind of wink wink, but it was kind of like, it felt like, I don't know, like, pull it back a little bit.
Yeah. Also, what did you think of the 3D animation on the movie?
I liked it. It wasn't quite as, like, from the trailers I was seeing, I was a little nervous it was going to look too video gamey, and I felt like there was more, it was smoother in certain spots, where it looked more like the actual anime.
That I do agree with you on. Especially towards the ending of it. It definitely was a lot more polished towards the ending of the movie rather than towards the beginning.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. I just feel like they're going to have to, they need to get to the stuff with Oob already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've seen enough of the in-between phase.
Right. And who knows, probably after this new Frieza arc that could happen, but we just gotta wait and see on that one.
Yeah, because I mean, at this point, Vegeta and Goku are well on their way to surpassing the gods, and
Yep.
and
Or
I
at
mean,
least becoming new gods.
I'm pretty sure Black Frieza is stronger than Beerus.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that kind of feeling too. Especially like when when spoiler alert for anyone that's hopping on here too, when Frieza beats Goku and Vegeta like with that one punch, he was already considerably stronger than so imagine like it probably won't be like a whole while since the manga's going in hiatus for right now to concentrate on that story arc, but
Yeah,
who knows?
was
Maybe,
odd.
But maybe there's more tricks in Frieza's bag that we don't know of either, too.
Yeah, I have to admit, I got annoyed at that part just because Frieza's been planning his revenge against Goku and Vegeta for so long. He had his shot, he had his opportunity. He could have taken him out, no sweat, and he just decides, I'll wait till next time.
Yeah, well, he had considerable things going against him, though, because if the Universe 7 got erased, he would be erased too, so...
Oh, well, yeah, but still, like at that spot right at the end there, he one-punched Goku and Vegeta. And Gas and the Heaters were defeated, and it was like he had his moment.
I'm having a feeling he wants that kind of challenge, though, for Goku and Vegeta to kind of revel in the defeat, get stronger, and then completely obliterate them. Either that, or it's just another one of his schemes to possibly take out, the gods and Zeno, too.
Yeah. I could definitely see him trying that.
Because, he wants to be the most powerful being in the universe, or in all universes, if he's going to do, something like that.
Most definitely. What's going on, Will Breaker?
Hey, I tracked down Birdcage. He'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
We were just going over Dragon Ball Super, talking about the ending of the manga, or at least the ending of this part of the manga, because it's going to be back, but they're going on hiatus.
I've never watched Dragon Ball in my entire life.
Oh my!
Oh dang!
I just couldn't. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't. It was. It was super popular. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I don't know. I get it. I understand. I understand the love for it. I completely get it. I just wasn't. That was just the one show that I just did not understand.
Well, it's kind of understandable too. It's mostly battle junkie anime, basically. And some of the transformations do kind of, are kind of used over and over again too. Now that I think about it, but it's just something about Dragon Ball that we like so.
Yeah, it's like for me, it was always it had that aspect where it was basically a soap opera, but it was a soap opera for dudes.
Yes,
it was as manly as it got.
It's definitely like one of those bromance animes, at least to me, to where it stands with let's see what other bromance animes, like Gurren Lagann. That one's another bromance anime to me, at least. And there's another one too. Now, one I haven't seen that I know is probably bromance is JoJo's Adventures. If you guys have ever heard that.
I've heard of that. I haven't seen it, but I have heard of it.
I haven't either. I have a friend who's seen it. He's saying I should check it out because it's definitely one of those types of animes. But
yeah, and I feel like Dragon Ball, it's been so influential on anime that you can see elements of Dragon Ball in so many other animes. There's like this like bits and pieces of it show up all over the place. And it really kind of, it's what kicked off my whole obsession with power scaling in a lot of fantasy stuff. And that was why Dragon Ball Super kind of threw a lot of that under the bus, because the power scaling was all over the map.
Yeah, a little bit. But so Wolf Breaker, do you have any like projects you want to show off or anything, or?
Oh,
Or,
I mean,
or
yes and no. Like I told him before, I'm just
here to chat.
I mean, I have stuff, but it's more like I'm just getting into like learning how to do campaigns. I've just been writing. I have characters that I created, like the guy on the screen. Like I have characters and like backstories, and I have all that stuff. But it's more, I don't have anything like to sell to anybody. You know what I mean? I just gotta.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, it's no biggie. Like I'm just keeping it open for creators to come on and talk about their stuff, but nobody's obligated to have to, you know.
I do have one though. I do have one character that I can show.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think I showed you last time. I don't know. Did I show you that picture with the girl with the whip and the frog?
Yes.
Okay, so I said that she has a companion character.
I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me 1 second. I gotta check something real quick. Hang on.
Okay. No problem. All right. I'll wait a second. Let me see here.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Well, looks like I'm all by myself, so I am gonna go ahead and release porn bots. So, I'm just kidding. Hope everyone's doing well. I am just kind of making a video right now, but I saw Ben on, figured I'd stop by, say hello, see what he's up to, and kind of help him out a little bit. But looks like he's doing okay and talking about Dragon Ball superhero movie, which, in my opinion, is definitely a good movie. There were some story problems with it, at least a little bit here and there, but overall, it was a really good movie, at least in my opinion.
What movie is that?
Oh, the Dragon Ball superhero movie.
I got you.
But oh right, Ben's not here, so we can't show the picture. Dang it, Ben.
Let me see.
Yes, because I don't have control over here, and we just gotta wait until Ben gets back anyways, or Outlaw Nights. But
oh yeah, I was about to share the picture too.
Sorry about that, y'all. I had a knock on my door I had to deal with.
Right.
Okay,
right.
I shared the picture.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that he's the like companion character to that girl. Like he has the same armor and stuff that they're like telepathically linked. and stuff. It's weird. He like hard to explain, but she ended up in his clan, and he actually raised her. And she's an elf, humanoid elf or whatever. But she ends up leading. Like he's the general over his clan, but then
Mm.
she is a like she's out of place. She's an elf, but she like commands the rest of, like, he's the general and she's the commander basically. So
Mm.
um, yeah. So then there's issues that arise because of that or whatever. But
Mm.
yeah, his name is Jose.
Mm. Nice.
So friendly, cute little guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love that design.
Yeah, I like the color scheme on it too.
Oh yeah, thanks. I can I'll stop it. But yeah, he's one of the ones that I've been wanting to get done because the girl's been done for like months and months, but I couldn't find anybody to draw him out like I wanted him drawn out, So it's like I finally got him drawn out, so now I can kind of move on. I feel like I can move on now.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yes, indeedy.
I found here's another one. There it is. Yeah.
Oh, I remember this one.
Yeah. So you see her armor. He's the same. Has the same stuff as she does. So they're connected. But he was supposed to be in this scene, but he wasn't created yet, so I couldn't be in there. But that's yeah. Her name is Ashania, and then that's Zephyrin, an archer back there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I remembered this one because I love the motion blur.
Oh yeah, with the arrows and stuff. They're gonna end up work. This is like their first time meeting, but they don't know it yet. But they're on the same side. Basically, they just don't know it yet. So she needs his help, and he's protective of his area. So they'll hash it out later. But, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Well, it sounds like you got a good story coming along there.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'm trying. I get stuck sometimes, but
Hey, you know.
Like, stuck sometimes, but
Yeah, everyone gets stuck once in a while.
Oh yeah, I think that's pretty natural for any creative.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a writer, for me, it's like I'll write for a good while. Like I'll write for like 2 weeks straight. I got like a good idea, and then once I get it all out, I'll go a while before writing something else. I just kind of like tapped out.
yeah. I think sometimes I start to dwell too much on, like, I don't know, like I dwell too much on a certain thing, and then I try I have to get this part done when I should probably just lay it to the side for a moment and just go work on something else instead, and then come back to it, and it's like it drives me crazy.
Oh yeah. I would say that happens with a lot of folks. It's pretty normal, so you can rest assured you're on the right track.
yeah. So I took a break from writing like the main story or whatever for a while, and I was working on. I don't know if I had showed you for you, but I don't even know if I had the characters done. But so there's that frog. It's him. There's like a kangaroo style whatever Archer 2, and then there's like this rabbit, and they're all part of this ancient order, an ancient guild that's like an ancient order of archers, you know, that like protect in the background. Like you don't see them, but they kind of are protecting the world in the shadows, kind of thing. And
Yeah.
I've been working on their personality and how they bounce off of each other. So that so I took a break from the story and tried to work on their teamwork, like how they met, which ones of them irritate each other, like how just their different styles and stuff. So I've been trying to like merge their like. I've been working on their personalities, basically. Is what I'm saying. Like how their personalities bounce off of each other. Because I want them to be like a cohesive unit, but I also want them to be, like the Turtles, Raphael giving them leader and all that, like trying to work on that part.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Definitely.
a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I find with a lot of new projects that kind of puts me off a little bit is like some folks just kind of write their characters very straightforward.
Right.
Like there's nothing that really distinguishes them.
They're just there.
Yeah, it's like they're just kind of there to push the plot forward.
Yeah, that's what like I said before, like I'm not new, like I've always written, but I've never like tried to do anything with it. I've just kind of like it's always just been in my head, and you don't want to tell people your stuff, and oh, someone will make fun of me or they're not gonna like it or whatever. Like, I finally just didn't care anymore. Trying to do something, but like I know one thing for sure is I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody wants this to be a one-hit wonder. But like stuff like I think I mentioned it before, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, but like the original series is what I'm talking about. Like when they wrote their stuff, it just kind of came together and it just became like this phenomenon. But the writing is good. So
Yeah.
their stuff, it wasn't like they were writing. I mean, yeah, it was on Nickelodeon, but it wasn't like, what am I trying to say? It's like X-Men, the animated series from the 90s. When they wrote the show, obviously they pretty much pulled literally right from the comics with doing the animation, but they didn't make it wasn't like just for kids per se. They let the stories tell themselves, but they weren't writing down to the audience. So like as you get older, you appreciate some of the stuff that you maybe didn't understand at first, and it lasts the test of time. Like anyone can go back and watch X-Men animated series now. Like you could be 25 years old now, have a kid. 8 years later, okay, they're 8 years old. They go watch X-Men animated series. They love it. Why? Because the writing was good, and it didn't write down to any one. You know what I mean? It didn't write down to an audience. They just wrote it
right. Yeah.
Well, and then it lasts. So like Deep Space Nine. I know a lot of people didn't like. I didn't like this show at first either, but like the writing for me, I was like, oh my goodness, the writing is actually done fairly well for the most part. Like that's how I want my writing to be done well. I don't want movies. I don't know. You see all these like the female characters, and they're just like they're the bestest ever because of the bestest, and they're just the bestest. I don't want any of that. No tropes. I just want good writing.
Right.
Oh yeah, like you can, like there's definitely a drop off point where I think during the 90s and early 2000s, that was when shows that were technically written for younger audiences had elements in them that were, I guess, smarter than the
Yeah,
demographic,
Yeah.
and it was able in that way, like it had more of a wider reach,
yeah.
and I would say it probably encouraged people to broaden their minds. It's
Yep.
like if you ever want to scare yourself, watch the pilot episode of Boy Meets World, and then right after watch the pilot episode of Girl Meets World. And there is a huge drop off in intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It was
Yeah.
it's scary. Like the shows being written right now are so shallow, and everything is so one-dimensional, and there are these huge leaps in logic because it's like the writer just didn't want to like try to make the story make any cohesive sense. They're just like, well, who cares? It's fiction, whatever.
Yeah, it's everything's dumbed down. It's
Yep.
and it's weird. You want like I'll go back and watch like, 'cause I don't watch modern. I mean, there's I'm not a TV watcher really at all. Really, I mean, there's like shows that I enjoy. Like I'm about to go to bed and I turn on like old King of Queens or like The Office or like I like espionage. So like The Americans, I love that show. There's just like Ozark, House of Cards. There's random shows, obviously, that I may watch are modern, but most, and like regardless if they're like woke or not woke or whatever, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about like the writing in general. Yeah. It's so stupid. Like I'm just like, or like a character will all like I noticed that it was on like what was I watching? It was I can't remember what it was, but it was like you're watching the show, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the character literally does not act like their character. And then they're like, what in the left turn was that? And and they'll double down on whatever it was. And you're just like, ugh. It's like
standing there dumbfounded.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I was watching the show For All Mankind. I think it's an Apple TV show, and it's like an alternate history kind of thing where it's like the Russians made it to the moon first and some other stuff, but it's like they took element, they kind of twisted the truth a little bit, but the show itself is it's gorgeous. It's really well done for the most part. There's a little bit of stuff that's like, okay, I don't really need that, but when you're watching it, it's like, oh, this is okay. And then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, there was this guy. There was this black guy on the moon, and the camera was like slowly panning towards him. Everyone else goes back into the base, and then the camera still. I'm like, oh no! It's so sad that I could tell by the way the camera was focusing on him that they were about to go into an arc. So black and gay, okay, whatever, that's fine, whatever. But it was like, hey, he's black and gay. Wink, wink. Don't you care? I don't care. Can you write the story and just do the story, please? And then the rest of the story, like that episode, literally took me out of the entire show. I haven't gone back to watch since. I can't do it. It's like, can you just write, please?
That reminded me of like the first time I ever encountered something that I guess I would consider to be woke. Because like I kind of caught on to woke stuff a little late in the game.
Same.
But like the first time I saw an example of it, I didn't know what to make of it, and it was when I was reading the Walking Dead comics.
Oh no!
And I got up to the like we first meet the character Princess, and it was just such a bizarre moment for me. It was like they're in the middle of the thing, like they just meet this girl. They're trying to find, I think, the Commonwealth, and while they're walking, she just randomly, out of nowhere, with no prompting, she just blurts out, "God, I'm really glad that there's like a lot of diversity in this group. Like, it'd suck if this was all a bunch of white guys." And I was just like, "Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?"
Right.
I was just like that. That was just such a weird ass moment for me. It was just like this just came out of nowhere.
It's weird. I remember I was watching, first of all, like when Black Lightning first came out, the CW TV show. I was like, oh my god, what is this? So now I just mentioned that just to mention it. But so Supergirl, I did not like. I actively did not watch that show. It was like, I'm not watching this crap. But one day I came home from work. I was doing the dishes, and I had a TV on in the background, and the CW whatever was on. It was the actual episode. It was like actually airing, like it was on. So I'm making dinner. I just sat down. I'm like, I just left it alone. I didn't change the channel. I'm like, okay, let me see how bad this actually is. So there's a character named Dreamer, and she wants to be a boy or whatever. So Brainiac 5 and her, the girl, are dating or whatever. And anyway, Kara and the person, whatever, are in the car driving, and the person doesn't know that Kara is Supergirl. So they're trying to make this little like analogy of, people that are different and blah blah blah, and different, you have a secret and a secret identity, and all that kind of stuff. So they're driving. It was the weirdest moment. I'm like, they're driving. The girl turns to Kara and goes, "I'm trans." Like, it was literally out of nowhere. They're just driving, talking about some issues, and she just drops it, just like that. But the weird part is, like, so on her planet, on the planet, I guess the powers are passed down through all of the females. In that, the planet that she comes from, the powers that they get are genetically passed through, from female to female to female to female, right? Well, it was her sister. Her sister ended up supposedly being the one to get these new powers or whatever, and I guess he whatever couldn't, because I guess it was, I can't even remember. I was like, she's a man or she's a female, whatever. And well, they scratched that entire logic of how the world works. So she ends up getting the powers that she shouldn't be able to get biologically because the fact that she's trans. So she was still able to get the. I was like, oh my god. Yo, it was so weird. It was so weird.
Oh Lord.
It was weird. It was a weird.
It sounds a little weird.
What's up, Belmont?
Yo.
Hey, Belmont.
This is the worst picture ever. I'm gonna start wearing my flaws.
Don't y'all love the CW?
No.
They're getting the axe. They just axe everything.
Oh no, it's about time because
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Arrow and the Flash,
Flash
like in the very
during.
beginning.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
were
the
really
Flash.
good shows in the beginning, and then somewhere along the line, when they tried to build up this massive universe, it just went right downhill. Like
Yep.
it was a huge drop off.
The Flash became really insufferable after a while. My kids used to like, we used to watch it together and stuff. And I don't know, it got really, really, really bad. Just the dialogue, cheesy. Iris, we are the Flash. Like all these weird sayings. It got really bad. The weird
Mm.
thing, and I know it probably has to do with the fact that like HBO Max is involved, but I don't know what and I'm like, I guess clearly I'm very skeptical, like opinionated or whatever, but like Superman and Lois is oddly very weirdly decent. I would
Yeah, I've
almost
heard that.
say
Mm.
like good. 'Cause I vowed to not watch it, and I finally ended up watching. I watched all two, like both. There was like one moment in there where it was like, okay, we get it. You're the CW. You're probably forced to try to put this in there, but then they let it. Then they let this thing die out, and they didn't. They didn't mess with it again. I think it's cool, but like overall, it actually had one of the best superhero scenes that I've seen. It was the finale episode of season 2. It was sick. I was like, is this a CW? Like, what am I watching right now? It was really weird. I guess it's the money. I guess the budget for their money is, or like their budget is crazy because the effects and the writing is like Lois acts like Lois, Clark acts like Clark, Superman is hopeful. It's just like, all right, what are y'all setting me up here for? Something's weird going on.
That sounds really toxic.
Yeah, wholesomeness is toxic, man. Yeah, yeah, it's weird. But now one of the actors left the show or whatever. One of the sons left. I know why. I think they're trying to be slick and sneaky. It's like I know exactly what they're doing. I know exactly why he left. It's Jonathan Kent. Because it's Jonathan and Jordan. So obviously in the comics you have Jonathan, but on the TV show they gave him 2 kids, and the kid that plays Jonathan doesn't have powers. So obviously they just made Jonathan gay in the comics recently.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in an interview in all these publications, they were trying to box this kid in, asking him, hey, have you read the new comic? So if your character would go this route, would you? And he really didn't kind of answer. He just kind of left it to kind of just kind of open, but kind of like no, basically. So he's now left the show, but they're saying it was like due to mental health or whatever comes out. That's a bunch of bullcrap. They're going to get they're going to cast a new person for it, and then give it another season or something, and he's going to come out as bi again. I know they will. They're going to.
I mean, it's obligated because
Yeah.
we can't have too many heterosexuals. That's
Yeah.
bad.
And no, the funny part is no one has an issue. It's like I can't be mad or upset if I watch it. Let's just pretend that Batwoman was a good show, and you're
I
like,
can't do that.
No.
right. But just imagine in an alternate reality, the CW made great decisions, and they adapt Batwoman, and it's a great show. And she's lesbian. Well, why? Because she is in the comics, and you just go, this is a great show. I don't care that she's lesbian or straight or whatever. You just made a good show with good writing, and you're not focusing on that aspect. You know what I mean? Then
Oh Lord.
then you can't
Faith
get
got
mad.
scared.
Oh, he got scared. I'll be quiet. I'm over here like,
No.
everyone's like, who is this guy that you keep letting on your show? He's like, he's evil.
No, it's all good. No, I mean, if the CW was gonna make us good entertainment, they would have made a Batman show.
Yeah.
But instead, the one chance they had to give Kevin Conroy speak an actual live action role, they turned him into a psychopath, and then they killed him.
Yeah, because that girl needed to be the paragon. Like, oh my god, that was awful.
So Belmont, how goes the fulfillment?
I just finished up packing up wave 2, and I'm gonna do one more wave, and then I'll have pretty much all the books for Indiegogo orders ready out. Then I'm gonna do digital after that. Then after that, I'm gonna do the other creators' signatures, because I gotta get I gotta collect all the other creators' signatures for the books for people that ordered all the multiple autograph books.
Nice.
And then I gotta start on Kickstarter orders.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm working.
Oh man, I envy that. I miss being able to get books out. Everything's at a standstill right now with Outlaw Nights.
What's
While I'm
going
looking
on?
for money. I'm just trying to get some monies together so we can get production back up again. But we're going to be launching the campaign on Halloween. So I'm looking to just keep building up this email list as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
We are currently at 110.
Nice.
So, I'm pleased with that, but I'd like to keep it going. Get this bitch out. Hell yeah. So yeah,
Not bad.
So you just been in fulfillment mode?
Yeah, I actually kind of like it. It's kind of cool seeing the people that are getting the books and putting them together, and I thought it'd be harder than it looks. You know what I mean? But I got down the system, and it's tedious work, but
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's like joyful almost, like you feel like fucking Santa Claus and shit. Like wrapping up presents.
And also it's just that feeling of like, this is something you've been like planning for so long, and you've been like getting the word out and putting in the work on the book itself. It's like to be able to have the copies in your hand and putting them in the actual envelopes. It's like it's everything you've been building up for.
Also, I got comics on every flat surface in my house, so I need to get some of these out of here.
Hell yeah, man.
Before my wife goes crazy on me.
Yeah. It's a good thing I'm not married right now.
Yeah.
Well, Oh, Lordy. Yeah, I actually, I got a message the other day from somebody who apparently backed the first issue of Outlaw Nights and never got their book.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, just found out. So I'm sending out another book tomorrow to Australia, of all places. Australia's.
I didn't want to know the shipping on that.
Yeah. That's why for the next campaign, I'm going to be getting Critical Blasts to handle with the shipping. Because, I mean, the freaking international alone on the first campaign, Jesus God.
Oh, shit.
And, and I was mailing out during, like, the initial stages of the virus that shall not be named. And so, I mean, like, that was when like Australia was getting really like you couldn't send anything over there because it would get stuck in transit.
I'm just starting to
Jesus.
do Canadian orders right now. I'm gonna add that to the mix. So I had a couple
Yeah.
Canadians that wanted to pick them up, and I'm
Nice.
just sending out my first one to see how it goes, and then I'll start accepting Canadians, and then I don't know. Australia is just too much money. It costs more to ship it than the cost of the book. So I just have digital if
Yeah.
anybody wants it in Australia.
That's a good idea. I think like a few folks in Australia were like kind of piggybacking off each other. It was like they would do the thing where it was like, okay, send all the Australian orders to one specific post office, and then somebody gets them and mails them out locally.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was pretty smart, but it's a lot of freaking work just to mail something. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh lordy. Yeah, this was gonna be my stream to let folks come on and pitch, but nobody wants to pitch. So we've just been shooting the shit. Talking about the CW and Dragon Ball Super. Everything important in life.
People still watch the CW?
Apparently. All two of them.
Yeah. I see that.
What's up?
What was he saying?
Volume issue. I was saying something, but I think his volume.
Yeah, I was, and I got sidetracked.
Yeah.
Did you find love on Tinder?
No, but I did go out on a date a few nights ago, and
I
I actually showed her my comic.
thought you were gonna say something else.
I don't show that until at least the second date. I mean, what is going on, King Leek? Bless you for all you do for all of us. But yeah, no, I showed her Outlaw Nights, and she dug it. So I got to brag about myself.
Nice.
That's right.
Then she never called you again?
Well, she texted me, so you know.
So you didn't get ghosted?
Not yet, but you know, there's still time.
Still time.
Fade.
I was ghosting people before I even knew what ghosted was, before it was invented.
Yeah, I did that a lot in college. I actually, there was a girl I was dating in college, like probably like the longest relationship I had. And there was a point where like anytime one of my friends or whatever wanted to call or text, I had her messing with my phone for me. So she was like my personal secretary. She would just screen everybody. And now I'm paying for it karmically through my Twitter account. Now I'm bugging the hell out of everybody on my Twitter. And they're all just like, oh God, it's Ben again. Shit. When's this guy gonna stop? And Fade just changed his profile thing while we were all just distracted. I can't deal with all these changes. Oh my lord. Oh shit.
What'd you think? What'd you think? What'd you think?
Oh hell yeah. It's a humanoid Balrog.
trying to figure out what to do with him. Well, I know he snatches people's souls. Ghost Rider-esque ish type thing going on.
Fuck yeah.
I'm trying to make pork chops. I'm like, let me try to make pork chops and then come and share character.
Oh lordy. Good stuff. Fade, are you alive? Fade?
You faded.
Damn it, Fade. We tried our best. We tried our best to keep him alive, and now he's gone.
You been promoting, going on streams?
I did go on Dave Brink's stream the other day. The creator of Perfect 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I promoted a bit on there. I'm open to go on anybody's streams.
Hang out with us, me and Birdcage. When Birdcage is actually around. Calling you out, Birdcage.
He did show up. He just vanished real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if we embarrass him enough, he won't do it anymore. So just keep shouting him out.
I mean, Fusebox Engaged is a very infamous show. You know, it's not like not many people have heard of it, but they know it's around. Kind of.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Hate when that happens.
We just figured you finally just had enough, and we're just like, I'm done.
Well, I was in the box for a little bit, King Leak. I think that's why my audio kind of clipped out there for some odd reason. Because I tried changing my avatar, and then for some reason my mic wasn't picking me up anymore.
Yeah, we noticed the avatar change, and I tried to call you out on it.
Yeah, I said there I'm in the box, and no one heard me, so it's like, oh, okay.
Well,
Alright.
Nobody can hear you when you're in the box, like.
Well, apparently so. Even in like Avatar world or whatever you want to call this.
In the fuse box, no one can hear you scream.
I was gonna say that, except without the fuse, and I was gonna say in the box, no one can hear me scream.
Good. Lordy, lordy.
Come be in my box.
Anybody know where Lola's been lately? Where the hell Lola been?
I think they're in Johnny Depp land.
Yeah. But I think she's been a little busy as of late, and with the kids and everything, you know.
Yeah.
Because she is a mom.
Yeah, but folks got to realize, like, Fusebox Engaged takes priority over family.
It depends if your kids are keeping you up until 3-4 o'clock in the freaking morning.
This, Fusebox Engaged is a commitment. It's important. Everybody has kids. I mean, come on.
Yeah, she wasn't on the high stream last night. She usually sometimes comes in there. But
Well, frickin' Red Valkyrie stole her. Again.
she's probably doing fulfillment. Are they sending out books for
Yeah, I would think so. So on that Umbrella Guys comic, right?
Yeah, I don't
I
know
thought
when it's
that-
fulfilling, but she does the fulfillment.
Oh, okay.
So if it's fulfilling, she's probably busy with that, or Johnny Depp vids.
Yeah,
Mm.
like I could have like, I thought for sure that at least by now, the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing would have quieted down.
No, it's still going.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still going
yeah.
strong.
It's a huge freaking internet war, and it's amazing because it's like, okay, the trial's over, guys. Can we move on? But you know, I think Amber Heard's trying to sue somebody else for some kind of defamation. I think she wants to get some of that money back so that she can pay
Wait,
him off.
really? I thought she was trying to sue Depp again.
Oh, probably. You know, she's gotta make herself look like the victim
Yep.
again. Because otherwise, you know, Me Too's just finished, and we can't have that. Can't have that. All I know is Johnny Depp better be involved in a Pirates movie at some point.
Well, personally, I think, you know, considering Disney kind of stabbed him in the back, I'd prefer him to work on another, you know, indie movie that he's gonna enjoy doing rather than Pirates. But I do wish Disney was able to give him back the costume, so that way he
Yeah.
could keep on being Jack Sparrow, because I know he used to love doing that for charity and hospitals and stuff like that.
I would agree, especially since, like, yeah, thinking about it again, the way modern Disney's going, whatever new Pirates project they do, they're gonna fuck it up.
Yep.
Some way, they're gonna find a way to fuck it up.
Yep.
Because, I mean, right now, from everything I've heard about Disney, it's not even just, well, I mean, yeah, it's the writers, because the writers. that
Yeah,
they're hiring don't know how to
it
write.
needs to be like freaking. Everyone needs to be fired out of there and just rebuilt from the ground up.
And what's crazy is, like, when I was in film school, one of my screenwriting teachers used to cite Pixar as being like the best screenwriters in Hollywood, and it was true at the time. Like with, you know, things like the Toy Story franchise and like Up and all those, they had really tight, well-written scripts, like the best of the best. They were like textbook style screenplays. And now, I don't know what the hell happened to those people, because, I mean, you know, everything coming out of Marvel, everything coming on Disney Plus, it's like this disjointed bipolar shit.
They don't. It's like it's because. Well, I guess I'm never mind. I guess I'm talking more about Disney Marvel, but it's like they already have their stuff ready, and then when you come in to quote unquote like write the main story, you don't get to write like Doctor Strange 2 and like Sam Raimi. It's like he wrote it kind of, but did he really? It's like he had to like just piecemeal stuff together based on what they said. The writers they're put in a box and saying you have to do this, though. Don't do that, but you can do this, but don't do that. Like they can't write the story.
And it also comes off as super rushed to me. It's like they're taking like the first draft. It's like, well, okay, well, we don't have time to mess with this, so let's just go forward and do it.
Like Doctor Strange was like 2 weeks or something like that. They had to like, it's like what they do is they have like certain scenes and stuff like already planned out, like Feige style, I guess, or whatever. And then you have to come along and like, even though it might not make sense, now you're sitting here trying to write around the stuff they already have, you know what I mean? It's like something doesn't even make sense. You're like, why is, well, so you're the writer and you're asking him, well, why is Captain America brushing the Hulk's teeth right now? Don't worry about that. Just write something around it where he gets to the point where he's brushing his teeth. Like weird stuff like that, and they just have to write, and then they seem like they're bad writers, but technically they're not the ones that are. I mean, there's bad writers, but they're not really bad writers. They're just getting screwed over by the shackles that are put on them by who they get hired by. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like they're doing the creative process kind of in reverse.
They're doing it back.
Like, okay, well, we have these major set pieces. You make them work somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, Lonnie. Well, damn, King Leak! Like this is the promo stream. This was you could come on and promo Neon Revenant.
Have you sent him the link, maybe, or?
I thought I would. I'll try again.
And no, I was thinking, can't you like pin it onto the, what is it, the chat? Just out of curiosity, or is it?
Oh, this chat?
Yeah. I just happened to think about that.
Oh, he's going to bed.
Ah. That explains
What the hell, Rev? What the hell, King Leak? Well, I'm gonna pull it up here anyway, so yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with it.
It's all because of King Leak. Said he was going to bed.
We're gonna be looking at his project without him. He's gonna be so pissed.
Says I have a day job.
I don't have a day job right now. I'm reluctantly looking for one.
Yeah, I gotta do the same, actually. Right now I'm just working on a video, though.
Yeah, I've been doing more edited videos. I'm just like, there's not a hell of a lot that I want to cover right now.
Right. I've been doing just like bigger review videos, and I've been kind of enjoying that.
Okay. I would love, what do you call it? Like my last edited video, I was thinking about possibly doing a review for Red Dead Redemption 2, but I'm like, everybody and their mothers played Red Dead Redemption 2, like everybody knows. But it was just such a well-written game.
Yeah, I still gotta play it too. I gotta play the story mission of it. I've been playing online. I've been enjoying it, but I haven't played the main story yet either.
That is peculiar to me. It's like yeah, this is it, the Neon Revenant.
Ooh.
But yeah, like the story mode of Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably like the greatest video game story I've ever played. Like, no lie.
I just wish. Go on.
Characters. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's alright. I'm the one interrupting you, so.
Well, no, I mean, you know.
Well, I was gonna say, I just kind of wish the online aspect had the same love as the story, you know, like GTA Online, but it's like the forgotten child, unfortunately.
I played a little bit of the online. I don't know. There was something about it that kind of put me off a little bit. I think it was just a lot of it felt very. It was like there wasn't a hell of a lot of story content. It was like everything was modeled around you just designing your own cowboy and figuring out what you were gonna do.
Well, later on, it kind of expanded at least a little bit to like Moonshine,
Yeah.
What else? There was something else. I can't remember right now.
But like the story of the main game, like the characters are probably like the most human characters I've seen in video games. It's remarkable to me that there was that kind of talent and detail that was left out there. But you know, that's coming to an end. So
Unfortunately. Well, that's why there's an indie game market, though.
God, it's just so fucking sad.
Well, what do you expect? The AAA companies have gained a lot of money to where they blowed up, have excess, departments that they don't need, so.
What is wrong with this time period?
I do not know. It just went wrong in like 2010s for me.
Yeah, it's like it peaked around 2009. Although, like, you could argue that the golden age of video games was like in the beginning of the 2000s. Some people would probably argue earlier, but for me, that was the golden age.
My golden age was when Sony was releasing JRPGs uncensored, and they didn't change the translations of the games or anything like that.
Yes. That's the thing, like, my favorite video game of all time is Final Fantasy VII. And I actually really enjoyed the remake. Albeit, I don't like this weird new turn they're playing with it, where they're kind of going X-Men Days of Future Past with it. Where it's like, okay, it's not a straight up remake of the original game. It's Sephiroth has gone back in time, and we're messing with the events, and now the timeline has changed. So we're gonna have some new things happening, and I'm like, oh god. So I'm like, that can go wrong really quick.
Yep.
I have faith in Japan.
I have faith in Japan too. I just don't trust the freaking localizers though.
Yeah. Yeah, they played around a little bit with the remake translation, but not bad. Not as bad as a lot of the other shit.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of all that, I was watching we were talking about how I watched Dragon Ball Super Hero, and I heard Monica Real's voice, and I got so disgusted.
See, this is where me and you kind of parted ways a little bit on that. I managed to find the Japanese dub and watch that.
Oh, damn. I would watch the Japanese dub more often. I'm one of those weird American Dragon Ball fans where I'm like, I totally respect the original Japanese voice of Goku. Like, she obviously like made it her own from way back in the day. But it's still too weird for me hearing an 80-year-old woman play a 36-year-old man. Like, it's too much for me.
Well, I enjoyed it, so.
But I appreciate the fact that she essentially established that role way back in the early 80s. So it's like, you gotta give respect where it's due.
Yep.
But I just remember the first time I ever heard the Japanese version of Dragon Ball, and I hear that voice, and I'm like, wait, what? This is Goku? This can't be Goku. it was just so strange
Mm.
because like
No,
apparently that's a normal custom in Japan. Like if you have a woman playing a child,
Mm.
even if the child grows up to be a man, they still keep that person as the voice actor because it's like, oh well, they made the role. It's like I can get that, but at the same time, Goku's balls dropped. Okay, he's gonna have some bass in his voice.
mm.
For God's sake. Let me see if I can play this here trailer for the Neon Revenant.
I think you can. Love this music choice on this.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, I love that. I think this is a clever idea for a trailer,
Mm.
giving you a little making of.
Mm. Nice.
Oh,
Mm,
damn.
nice.
I'm sold.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sign up for the email list now.
It was that steam that got me.
Also, it looks like King Week went to bed, so good night.
Well, that's okay. He sold me. It was the shading on the butt.
Goku's in his 50s. Okay, good night.
But I could have sworn Goku was it was about 36.
No, actually, they might be right. He might be in his 50s. I'm gonna have to check that around later.
Huh. Well, I know. Well, like it's because they said that Bulma was about 42 or 43,
Right.
and I know Goku's about 3 years younger than her.
Was he? I thought he was older than her.
Hey,
No,
who's the neon? What is the neon revenant? I'm late.
well, that is a project by King Leek.
Yep.
Oh, that one. Okay.
I tried to get him on, but he didn't want to.
He's got a job.
But yeah, it's
Cool.
Arena Sakovich Blair, U.S. Army combat veteran and Texas police officer, is out on the town with her husband and twin daughters when they are brutally slain. From there, death was only the beginning.
So
Back from the dead, Irina finds herself with new abilities and wanting answers.
Dang.
Fuck yeah.
Also, I love the red hair too.
Yeah. I can't wait for the Netflix adaptation when she's recast as a black woman.
is she gonna have webbing coming out of her crutches?
What's that?
What?
Hmm.
So is she gonna have webbing coming out of her crutches?
I can't quite hear you, Wolf Breaker. My bad.
I said, is she gonna have webbing coming out of her crutches?
Oh yeah, webs coming out of the crutches.
Could that be a reference to something that's been currently happening in pop culture regarding Spider-Man?
So funny. They're like so just broke with they have nothing.
Yeah, I'm one of those weirdos that I don't like all the different variations of Spider-Man. I like.
No, there's no such thing as variations. There is a Spider-Man, and his name is Peter Parker.
That's how I feel. It's like,
Yeah.
when they started all that Spider-Verse stuff way back in the day, I was like, no. Not for me. And I really don't like the Gwen Stacy stuff, how they try to turn her into a hero. It's like, she's dead, okay? Stop it.
Are you trying to say that? Are you a misogynist and you hate minorities and you just don't want diversity and inclusion?
Yep.
Okay.
I was trying to keep that secret, but you know, your powers of social justice have unmasked me. Turns out I'm part of a secret organization trying to take over the Earth and bring about the Fourth Reich.
The fourth one. The fourth one. Oh man.
We're gonna take over the world one comic book property at a time.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Someone told me. I was on a something and they showed the PS4 Spider-Man. I guess Peter Parker. Like they redid the game again or whatever and played Peter Parker. So I said, oh, the actual Spider-Man, Peter Parker, not tokenized nonsense. And then some random guy was like, you hate yourself. You're self-hating. You are self-hating. I'm like, no, you're self-hating because you're the one that wants hot seconds, you weirdo. Get away from me. Calm down.
Hey Ben, I gotta get going, man.
All right, bro. Well, thank you for coming on.
Alright.
Yeah.
Talk to
See
you
you later,
later.
guys.
Come on. See ya.
Good old Belmont.
Mhm.
Belmont, of course, is doing fulfillment on his comic Smokes the Fox, which also is kind of it's kind of a double, where he's got a comic for Smokes the Fox, and then he's also got a comic for Weaponized Werewolf. And those two characters, I think they interact at one point, but the idea is that each one of them has their own book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Smokes the Fox is a genetically engineered fox who smokes a lot of weed, and Weaponized Werewolf is a genetically engineered wolf. And they were both created by the government to be super weapons, and I believe they both broke out.
Did you say genetically engineered fox that smokes too much weed?
Yes.
That's
Nice.
great. That's great.
And he's doing fulfillment on his book right now. So he's been working. I believe he's been working on this for a couple weeks now.
That's awesome. It's so weird. Like people have all these crazy ideas, or you say that's weird or that's crazy. I'd say unless it's something just like mass, like just like something that's like Epstein Island type, something weird like that. Like other than that, like all this stuff is so neat to me. Seeing all these different like ideas that people come up with.
Mm.
Oh God, yeah! Especially since like
cool.
This year alone, I've seen so many people producing books. Like there's books I haven't heard of at all. Like there's so many.
Who's the person that has the? Oh, is it Is it something? I don't know. It's somebody, but maybe it's someone younger, like a newer person. I can't remember. I remember overhearing it. It's like there's this little girl has these kittens, cats, or whatever. I don't know if I'm mixing two stories together, but like they have an underground base underneath a gas station, and they're like actually the cats are actually superheroes from outer space, and there's like alien mice that are coming. Like it was so weird. I'm like, what is this? I heard
I
about
don't
it.
think I've ever heard of that one.
Cats? I think
Yeah.
it's called Starlight Cats, maybe.
That could maybe.
But whatever it is, like the base is underneath a gas station. Like that's clever. That's really neat. That's really cool. This little girl doesn't know that the cats are like superheroes, I guess. Then I guess down the road she gets powers too or something like that. I was like, that's really
It's starting to sound vaguely familiar.
yeah.
I think it might be Starlight Cats.
That's it. That's the one.
It is.
Starlight Cats. I remembered seeing that.
Yeah, by Shane Davis, I think it was, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is him. Yeah, yeah. I'm newer still, kind of like over the last year, kind of learning who people are and following streams and stuff. But like, yeah, it was. I was listening. I think I was listening to a Nerd Erotic show, and it led me to a Young Ripper show, and then he was interviewing Chuck Dixon, and then somehow I saw Chuck Dixon interviewing with somebody else, but with like someone within this space, like in this, like
Yeah.
like Shane Davis, something like that. And then I was like, talking about Starlight Cats, yeah. What did I hear? Lord Vishnu?
Yeah.
Oh,
I wanted to bring.
that's
this
another one
up.
I gotta get to.
Yeah, I wanted to bring this one up because I've been hearing that Kami Mark has been kind of shadow banned in a way. Like his campaign hasn't been getting the exposure that it normally would, and that there's possibly some, like Indiegogo is possibly censoring some of it because of the fact that it deals with Indian culture.
If it's weird. So it's funny. It's funny because I guarantee you. Well, I bet it's because. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's definitely. Never mind. I'll be quiet.
Oh yeah. I just, to me it was like a really cool idea because it's combining Hindu mythology with kind of like a Dragon Ball type of format.
Yep.
I think
And I just thought like that is it's a neat idea. Oh my god. He's going Super Saiyan. The 8th avatar of Lord Vishnu. God, this shit is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine people being too offended by this. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
this should be a hit in India.
Well, it's because of the depiction. So, like, if it was when they do anything with like Eastern, not Eastern, but like yeah.
It's probably because it's probably due to the fact that I think this is technically based on a major world religion.
Yeah, well, like if that's like I don't know if it has anything to do with like any, I don't know. Yeah, this is gonna be. It looks neat.
These animations.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Brahma.
That might be why, because they don't want backlash. It's just like when China, like, we try to be all woke over here, but then like China's like, you better change that. Just like the ancient one, like the monk stuff, and they change it to bald-headed white woman for the ancient one in Marvel, or like what's another example? What did they do? They did Fu Manchu, like with Shang-Chi and stuff. They're like, no, can't do that. So they don't they don't mess around with that stuff over there. So that's probably.
I mean, I could understand them being nervous if it was like based on like Islam or something, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like from what I haven't heard of like too many issues with like Hinduism, like
Right.
because I'm fairly certain that a lot of modern Hindus don't necessarily like they don't necessarily take all the stories as like gospel truth.
Right.
There's a good old chibi.
Yep.
God, that shit is so cool.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, shirt.
Oh, gotta play the trailer. Come on.
The first time I laid eyes on Princess Gandari. Such a sweet and innocent little girl. I had no idea what destiny had planned for her. And neither did she.
Damn.
Hmm. Looks interesting.
God, I remembered this god's name just a little while ago, and now I'm blanking on it. What was his name? Shit. The elephant-headed guy.
Oh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I know it starts with a G.
Gishinetta or Gishinata?
I know I'm gonna remember, like...
Yeah, we're gonna remember this off stream, I have a feeling.
Yes. That's the way it always goes.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really cool to do a story based in Hindu mythology, just because, like, there were a lot of really cool stories.
Yeah, and you don't see it that often either.
Yeah, chances are he would not be shadow banned if he was doing this based on, like, Greek mythology.
Mm.
Of course, this is his famous repertoire of his communist propaganda comic books.
Well, this is communist propaganda. I wonder what... No wonder it's doing so well.
Yeah, like, why would they censor him? He's a prominent communist.
Right.
It's exactly what they want.
It's the world, man.
I guess, you know, cultural appropriation outweighs communism in this case. Because, you know, it's like with the whole censorship thing, it's like this the sliding scale of oppression, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
God, like, I love these, like, animations. I'm jealous.
Mm.
So what's that one anime that has all it's like all the like there's all these different like world religions, gods, and they fight. That's all they do is like they fight. So it would be like what is it called?
Records of Ragnarok, I think.
Ah, there we go. Yeah.
Oh.
How old is that? I've seen a couple of episodes before. How is that old?
I think it might be 3 years. Let me double check on that.
It was kind of interesting. It was interesting. It wasn't really my anime forte, but it was kind of neat, like the fights and stuff kind of neat.
Right.
Manga. Nope. Not looking at that. It says 2021, June 17th.
Okay. Yeah, I watched. Well, actually, I watched all the episodes. I think I watched all the episodes, but it was. I had to keep searching for what do you call it? English the dubs or whatever. But every time I turned it on, it would be in whatever language. I just had to find the other versions. Yeah.
Well, it is about that time. We are about to hit the hour 42 mark. So, before we get ready to sign off, I'm just going to do my last minute shameless self-promotion.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't be a complete evening if I wasn't shoehorning in Outlaw Nights in some fashion. Because that's my entire experience on Twitter.
Right.
Bless you, Earth's Best Entertainment. I'm sorry I had to postpone last night, but I am available any day this week. So whatever's good for you, buddy, I am down with that. Let me.
I just gotta find the video.
I really need to. I need to get better about preparing my shit. I'm kind of an old man when it comes to using the internet.
Actually, do you have it on StreamYard by chance?
You talk about the link?
The trailer.
The trailer for
Outlaw Night, or not Outlaw Night. Where's it? Oh. For your book, I believe you can put video trailers.
Oh, I haven't put it on here yet, but
okay.
I probably should. I'll go ahead and bring it up here. I won't bore everybody with the sign up page.
Because I was gonna say you can play it and then go to Indiegogo and everything, and then after it's done, it will be back out to the three of us, and then onto the sign up sheet or screen. So.
Stop it. Wait, that. Okay. Now I'm going to play my well, this is an old trailer for issue 1, but it still applies.
Right. Nice.
Hey, look at that. So yeah, be sure everybody, if you're watching this in replay, go ahead and click on the description of the video. There's a link that will lead you to the email sign up page. Get on that email list because you will have access to exclusive perks that you can only get if you're part of the email list. It ain't gonna last forever. We only got 2 more months till we launch. So, and Fade, where can we find you at?
You guys can find me on my YouTube channel, Fade Salvation, where I just do like variety videos of figures. I'm trying to get myself back into doing figure news and possibly some gameplay videos. I do gaming streams every Wednesday if you guys want to check those out. So
Hell yeah, I'm overdue for getting on those. And Woke Breaker, where can we find you at?
YouTube and Twitter.
And I'm assuming under the Woke Breaker.
Under the woke breaker. Yep. Still writing that story. Pretty much. That's what I'm doing.
Hell yeah. And of course, I am your host, Ben, aka the Fusebox. You can find me on Twitter at Knights Outlaw. You can find me on Instagram at Outlaw Knights. And you can find me on Facebook now under my real name, Ben Fuselier, Fuselier. And you can always find me here on Fusebox. And we do Fusebox Engaged every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central. And sometimes we hold special shows depending. And also, I'm going to be working on more edited videos for you. I've done 3 so far this year. I'm really proud of them. I'm getting better at it with each time I do it. So yeah, and if you have any suggestions for topics that I can ramble on about on edited videos, by all means, shoot them over to me. And yeah, we didn't really showcase as many projects as I was initially kind of hoping, but I'll try to do this again next week. And thank you so much for joining us, everybody, and we will talk to you all later.
see ya.